Jeez. Oh no. Whew. We'll talk about tiny flakes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a snowfall check. I'm pretty sure it's still a trace anyways. Whew. It's having its first real wind. Got that. What the hell? Yeah, see? That's a problem. That's always a problem with this thing. So yeah, all we'll have is the car, driveway, and thing here. I guess like makeshift snowboard. It's like practical if there was heavier snow. This would be like, I mean, it's only 14K, but man. We'll pop out in the front door here rather than need to run all the way around. See what it looks like later on tonight. If it stops snowing later on tonight, sure, I'll get some snowfall checks, but really, realistically, it's going to be cold tomorrow. Either way, because there's a little bit of an Arctic air intrusion sitting over us, or pushing in right now as we speak. So, yeah. Although sun will be the issue, but getting up at like 9, even at like 9, fucking hell, as late as like 10 o'clock probably won't do too much, especially if it stays cloudy during that time period. But yeah, I'll see you guys out in the front in just a bit. Lasted so long. And right before a major snowfall, and that would really do a lot. It's fucked. Fucking kill me. Although, that aside, still got all like, whoa. Ooh. Have ourselves some. Now I know why it's like this. Got some snow flying off the roofs. That's why. I have no clue what all of that is from. I think it's from... Oh! I know what happened here. My dad took something and knocked all the snow off the edge, because I just realized, oh, the top's gone. I was wondering, like, what the hell is this? All these little sprinkle bits. That's what he was doing. That makes sense now. Whatever then. Well, I mean, still fucking shit my ass out, but at the same time, it's like, if we were to get a heavy snowfall on top of that shit hanging down, and then temperatures rise, holy fucking shit. shit will be, yeah, it would not be good. The amount of snow falling off the roof, oh god. I was wondering why it was like this, but now I know. Alright, my head is very inconsistent, so it's not like it's anything good. It's not like an actual good Arctic wind event or some shit. Head to the front here. Blowing snow. and strong. Let's head to the front here under the house. I can find one. Sorry. These ones suck. Oh my god. Well, instead I'm gonna waste battery because fucking light sucks to wang. Alright, let's wait. Sit back the other way. It's not as good under here as you would think. Fuck this. I'm going in. I don't know what. I don't care. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't care what happens because I'm freezing my ass off right now. I need doing a lot more than sitting out here and minus like almost 20 wind chills and light snow that isn't really visibly drifting because it's getting dark out. Even though it is, it's not visibly drifting. We'll check the deck though because we'll watch from the deck though. That's usually pretty good because it's going to slide across the deck. We'll check that. How bad it is because it goes all the way down there. The footsteps, it's a whole line from there down to here. That snow, lightly snowing. Yeah, and I'm going to go bed after this. So. see you guys in the morning. This is actually how. It says they only got 16.1, but that's probably because with the underground, it only goes by 5-minute interval updates. This is just every minute. So, yeah. As you can see 1 a.m. and then update at 12:59 on the underground, so yeah. Anyways, and that's a gust. See you guys in the morning. Not talking, just observe. If you look at the time, you'll see why. One thing I'll say though, it's gonna be fairly short. Well, shorter than a lot of the other ones. That's all I'm saying. Thank God. There's no noise in the background. Annoying noises in the background. Sorry. Another one comment I'll make. Continue into Thursday morning before easing off to Thursday afternoon. You saw in that forecast, it's going to be snow all day. They're forecasting snow all day and then periods of snow Thursday night. Go figure. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to change this warning to account for that, unless they change the 4 o'clock to account for this. I don't fucking know. It's interesting though. So that forecast was at 11 a.m. and this is at 4:47. So, yeah. Oh, come on. Seriously? Sorry. I'll show you guys the max winds on the station later. So on here it says 16, but it wasn't 16. And that again is because it's by 5-minute update, so it's very fucking annoying. This only shows by 5-minute updates. You can get updates, but no. Yeah, these are just by 5-minute updates. You can get updated temperatures consistently, but the actual temperature and all that, everything doesn't update. These are by 5-minute increments. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. Chapter. The issue is visibly from last night. Yeah, no. I can't be used. It's way too low. Next is the car. See how that turns out. Car doesn't look much better. Oh, actually, no. Oh, jeez. I guess it was some sun. Centimeter and a half. Which seems reasonable. I can't get a steady fucking hand on this. Oh, jeez. Took way too fucking long. Alright. Let's see. This is actually a good strip. Oh yeah, nice. Alright, so now settle it, 2 centimeters. Not exactly, but close enough. Big focus will come when we get to 10 to 15 tonight and tomorrow. I'm not saying 20 because the chances of us actually getting 20 centimeters. Oh god, the season's been a season of underestimation. I mean, a few times it's been over. No, sorry, it's been a season of overestimation. So, sometimes it's been underestimated, definitely, but more often than not, under. Over, sorry. Christ. Mixing up the two. Yeah. And there's another snows now. Developed. Another overhang. That was fucking pointless. I knew it would be. Maybe not that point in time, but once the wind started kicking up, I knew it was just gonna be another overhang. Now I gotta wipe off everything. Get ready for this evening. It'll be a decent snowfall, hopefully. I do work tomorrow, but maybe we'll get lucky and it is underestimated. Maybe we will get lucky and if we underestimate it. And we do actually end up with a shit ton of snow. Who knows? And then I can't leave my house maybe, and then I can't get to work. Who knows? Maybe that'll be possible. It's very unlikely. It's only 10 to 15 centimeters, so if it was like a winter storm warning for like 10 to 30, yeah, definitely. But this is only 10 to 15. It's not going to be much. It won't do that. Or shall I say, it won't cause that. Yeah, it should be interesting. I have to brush off my car and all that right now. That way in the morning I'm not brushing off like fucking 15 centimeters of snow. On top of it, I guess the 2 that fell today, but still very annoying. But again, it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. With this event. I'm hedging my bets it could happen, but at the same time, it's like, ugh. So that, yeah. Good thing I was done anyways. Four o'clock update. Nothing's changed. The steady temperature near -10. We got snow at times heavy beginning late this evening. 10 centimeters, except 15 at West Kelowna Beach on whatever. Thursday we got 5 to 10 centimeters there, and then Thursday night another 2 to 4 periods of snow. So by the end of it all, we could still end up very well with 15 centimeters of snow if we're lucky. So yeah. Well, no, sorry, 15 to 20 centimeters by the end of it all, so still got a chance. Otherwise, though, I definitely expect 10 to 15 out of this. Like, it's not a matter of maybe, it's definitely. And then, current warnings now. So, still this evening to the Thursday morning for the snowfall warning. Although now they've changed it from flurries easing off to flurries in the afternoon to light snow in the afternoon. So, again, 10 to 15 centimeters from this bit, but then we can get probably another additional 5 out of it. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking about with this forecast, so. And then the warning saying completely something different, so. Anyways, yeah. It'll be fun driving to work, that's all I'm saying. And then public alerts. Should see how bad this. Oh. It used to be a lot more than that, whatever. I'm not gonna bother showing it either from Twitter. Anyways, I'll see you guys later on tonight, obviously. Alright, here's the current snowfall situation. I won't be heading outside for any long period of time tonight. I'll briefly check outside in a little bit later on before I go to bed. But because this is why. Look at that. Look what's coming in there. That's going to be the chonker there. It's currently a fairly light snow, but it's going to be very heavy here. It's going to get quite heavy here in the next hour or so. Couple hours. But yeah, off that, this is the current temperature, -13.2. Pressure's been on the decrease, obviously. And past 24 hours. Coldest it got, it was 13.3 at 8 p.m. and mine is 13.2 right now. Oh wow. But yeah, been steady since around 8 anyways. On that note, I will leave you guys with that. I'll see you guys later on tonight. And this is just the start. Look at the ground here, it's not much right now. But we got some centimeter, at least 1 centimeter snowfall rates coming in a second. In a little while. It started about an hour. It started about a little over an hour ago. It's maybe just under or over a centimeter. Just about a centimeter, I'd say. Maybe just a bit under. Not over, but just under. I would say around. But yeah. Again, very small flakes because it's very dry. But drier it is, it tends to be a lot. How do we put it? Because how the conditions are here right now compared to, let's say, the coast. Lighter snow like this, kind of like the dry stuff, probably would produce a lot better than the wet. If it was wet. Because then obviously we'd not be accumulating right now because we'd need higher humidity. But thanks to the dry conditions here and all that, yeah. We'll see where that stands in the morning. That. And oh my god, my snowboard's gonna be toast. It's just going to turn into what that is over there. But man, I'll see you guys later on when the snowfall rates pick up. Oh shit. We're gonna get a rough check right here. This is just rough, so we're not using our official spots. This looks already equal like a 5 centimeters. Oh my god. Oh my god. We already have 5 centimeters of snow and we're about 3 hours in. Oh my god. Again, rough. So I'm only doing that one spot. Just to get a guidance. So that's just where it is right now. Oh man, it's a good start. Let's go. Oh man. Ah, nice. That's gonna be annoying. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. She's becoming hidden. Only took an extra 5 centimeters. And oh my god, this is... Holy shit. Oh my word. Just get my feet planted. Oh yeah. That's good. Pretty good. fair to say, well, if we achieve this in 3 hours, it's safe to say we'll easily achieve 10 to 15 by morning. Oh, lake size is getting bigger. Look at that. We're starting to enter heavier snowfall rates as we speak. Just on time. This is gonna get really heavy here in a bit. I'm gonna grab my phone and get some video for Twitter. Although chances are I probably won't even use it. How big this I can see what's gonna happen here. It's going to get really fucking heavy. Oh my. As soon as I ended the video, the snowplow came by. Not here, of course, why would they? Like, actually, from much of what I can tell, I don't think this road has been touched by, like, any fucking car in, like, a while. It's just, like, I'm very worried about the morning, because temperatures, unlike our typical, like, heavy snowfall events, where it's, like, that wet, heavy shit that, like, the temperature's kind of, like, just hovering near freezing. This time round, it's gonna be, like, minus fucking 7 tomorrow, or today, so, that's a high, so... It won't even get close to above freezing, so I'm really worried about how this is going to be in the morning. And we got part 2 here. What's that? That's the it's the second rounder. Holy shit. That's the guy that falls from behind. To be honest with you, doing heavy snowfall events, I can care less about, like, if neighborhood roads get done or not, but when it comes to the major roads, it's like, I would say they've been lacking this season. Their excuse is it's been well above average. Like, it's just been snow day after snow day after snow day, which is true. But it's the point that, like, it's most of the major roads here, like, not directly downtown, that are, like, they've been barely touched, and the only thing that's made, it's like they haven't been sanded, even, when typically they are. So it's like, I get it's been, like, snow day after snow day, but the thing is, the snow days haven't been anything more than, over the past, like, couple weeks, maybe up to 5 centimeters at most. Obviously, that's ended now. But, yeah. I find it hard their excuse being valid and there's being another excuse hanging around, but, which is, again, fair that they can't get to all the major roads, but Christ, it feels like they haven't, at times, even touched the fucking neighbor, like, the community, the whole community in general. They say they're behind, but it's like the mountains, even up, like, fucking drove up there Christmas Day. It's like, those roads up there were never touched. And that's probably their snow route. Their designated snow route, so it gets, I don't know what that means. I forgot what that means, but I'm pretty sure that means they get priority. Because obviously it's a mountain neighborhood. It's a neighborhood on the side of a fucking mountain. So, imagine driving up that with the roads not being done. I went through the first time. Surprised I even made it up. Although it wasn't. It's not like a fucking, like, steep gradient, but still. Oh man. Yet to see the heavier snowfall rates, unless this is it, which is plausible, but yeah. You can really see the bigger flakes trying to mix in here. I'm gonna check the radar. I got my phone, so. Well, that's the story. We're sitting right at a blob. Probably about centimeter or 2 snowfall rates. probably even locally up there half an inch, like up to an inch, but more so to our north than anything. Up here. But yeah. So far it looks pretty 1 centimeter or so, but the fucking accumulation in 3 hours has said otherwise. Yeah. Definitely seen a lot heavier nonetheless. By the end of all this, like including the rest of the day, well, from now, this whole entire event, let's just play that, whole entire event, by the end of it all, I probably expect 15, 25 centimeters by Friday morning. Taking into account the fact that this is probably easily, if we get the consistent snowfall rates like this, so at least in relative close proximity of it, or if this is kind of going to come in like rounds through the night, I can see it's getting 10 to 15 tonight, and then in the day it's going to be like a break slash like light snow in the day, but then not during the day, so like in the afternoon kind of, hell, even the morning, like mid-late morning. But then it looks like it's supposed to return some point, like probably late on in the afternoon. Probably get another round, instead of them seeing periods of snow, another round of snow. Probably get another 5 centimeters out of that. By the end of all this, by Friday morning, I should easily be recording about like 15 centimeters of snow. And the issue, because of how long this is, my car is not going to be a viable measurement until, well, not going to be usable as a measurement because I work at 12 tomorrow, or today, so I won't be able to get my checks. I won't be able to get valid snow checks until morning. After, well, noon. Plus I'm at work, so. But anyways, we'll still have the driveway to our side of the driveway right here. I keep that patch all cleared up for myself. Or have that patch left for myself, and then I got those 2 snowboard areas. Although I'm a little worried they're going to get trampled over because, well, of how high the snow is, but how high the snow will be in the morning, but we'll see. I'm going to check what time it is here, because I got to be inside probably like by 3:15, that way I get at least an adequate 4 hours of sleep. So, yeah. Yeah, we probably got like we got definitely like just under 10 more minutes, and then we have to get in. No matter how heavy a snowfall rate's going to be. Seems like these are about as heavy as they're going to get anyways. Pretty good though. Oh. We'll take it. Don't get to do this often. Haven't done this often this year. So it's been kind of pretty... How would you put it? How would I put it? Inconsistent snow? No. It's been pretty like... It's been a lot of snow, but it's not been heavy. It's been like a lot of snow over 7 days, let's say, but specifically each day it's been light snow, but it's lasted for so long we get a couple centimeters out of it still. Well, we've never had like a true amount of heavy snowfalls this season. I think this is our third of the season. I say the season starts in November, so yeah. And from what I'm understanding is the potential is there. We'll get another shot of Arctic air after we warm up a fair bit for at least the next week, starting December 11th, December 12th. Last I checked. Probably for a week, and then by that meaning like, there it is again. By that meaning like probably an extra we'll probably see temps about a couple degrees above. We're not talking like it's going to be like 5 degrees or something. We're talking like it might get up to like 2-3 degrees. Especially since it'll be cloudy. It looks like it'll be kind of like ridgy but cloudy at the same time. There'll still be some systems pulling through consistently and all that, but the temps will warm greatly. The weather is only going up to like 2-3 degrees with Paris. And that seems adequate. But yeah. My guess by the end of all, our peak snow depth this season will come after the snowfall. Because then after that, I doubt we'll get much higher than that. Especially because it'll obviously melt. Yeah. I'm going to get some video here, so I'm just going to hear any talking. That's for Twitter here. About 20 minutes ago, recorded about 5 centimeters of snow. I'd say by that point we've increased by a fair bit. Say centimeter to 2 snowfall rates. Been kind of steady around that for much of the night. Well, since it started, which was around 11:30. Obviously started slow and then it's picked up since. So yeah, about 3.5 hours in, and we've already gotten about like 5-6 centimeters, including what's probably accumulated in the past. Again, 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah. Guess we'll see what it looks like in the morning here. And that'll be the last thing I do with the phone. So my computer's on, but I'm not about to fucking... If I have a phone now, I'm not gonna bother. Oh, we'll sneak in a couple minute clip in, 2.5, and then we have to go in. I can't afford to stay up any longer. Winter's my worst when it comes to getting good sleep. Like, my sleep's been fucked. It's pretty much either been under 4 hours of sleep. No, sorry, under 5 hours of sleep. No. I'm being too harsh. It's been either under 6 hours of sleep or 12 hours of sleep. 10 plus. It's never been adequate 6 to 10. It's been either under 6 or it's been over 10. Sometimes it's in the middle if I work at like fucking noon like now. But then there's snow, so it's going to be under 6. But getting at least 6 hours of sleep is the best, but winter, I never get it. I never get good sleep. I don't know what it is with it. Usually I think it's because of my forecasting. It takes so much time. So even if I started at like 7 o'clock, it takes till about 11 to finish, depending on the size of the event. And it often being because the coast is so fucking hard to forecast sometimes. Sometimes it's just general, like snow levels and all that crap, but like tonight I started at like 8 o'clock and it took till 1 to finish. Just before 1 to finish. We'll go 12:30 actually. So it took about almost 5 hours to fucking finish. Because there's just so much to it. You have wind, you got freezing rain. You got snow, you got rain. You got like snow levels fucking jumping around. Or shall I say, kind of like struggling. It's an annoying thing to forecast the coast. That's what takes the longest. The interior, it's either... the interior during the winter, it's rain or snow. No, sorry. It's often just snow. Start of the winter and end of the winter, yeah, snow levels jumping around, but in the middle, it's easy to forecast. except for that odd time or two, especially in December. Alright, so I'm gonna put down 5.5 centimeters on my thing because, to be quite honest with you, that's probably where it's at right now. To be honest, it's probably like, it's definitely not 6, but yeah. I feel like the snowfall rates are getting heavier as we speak, but I have to head in, so we'll give it a minute and then I'll start walking in. Minute 30 mark, and then we'll start walking in. Yeah, my footprints are already masked by snow. Oh man, if we don't end up with fucking 20 centimeters of this, I'll be surprised. Because of what's gonna happen tomorrow night. I saw in the NAM anyways. I forgot what the Euro looked like though. I wish I saw. You know what, I'm gonna stage a bet that it will 100% be 15 centimeters, 15 to 20. Although I want to say it's going to be 15 to 25 at the same time, because, to be honest with you, more often than not this season, we've gone for like 15 centimeters of snow, then we only get like fucking... We've gotten like 10 to 15 centimeter potential, and we've gotten only 5. It's been more often than not over forecasted this season. I feel like this time around it's going to be forecasted just right. Or hell, a bit under forecasted. Alright, we're gonna start walking in here. When we wake up, should still be decent snowfall rates, but maybe not as heavy. Oh my god. Oh god, there's so much snow on my head that just fell. I'm trying to walk on my tippy toes here. Oh my god. Can you really see? Oh shit. Almost fell head over heels here. Can't walk straight. Holy shit. There that goes. Oh man. She's really heavy. Holy shit. And yes, I'm in my pajamas because I gotta go to fucking bed. Oh man, how was I? Oh my god, my weather station. Oh man, I don't understand how they expect that UV thing to be fucking covered. Not be covered in snow. But yeah, as you can tell, snowfall rates have increased, and snowfall size has increased. They're not big, as you would expect with fairly fluffy snow. Bit on the drier side, for sure, because it is actually right now about minus 13. But to be honest with you, right now I'm so warm I can't even tell. But then these flakes are probably bigger higher up, but because of the breeze and all that, it probably breaks up a bit, and then we get kind of these like average sized snowflakes. Not small, but not large. Not fucking toony sized, like I've seen this season. But yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see in the morning. Oh man. Now be in about 4 hours. Less than that. I'll see you guys with the radar before I go to bed here. I'm just gonna use my phone and camera here. This is definitely my new better camera. This is a new combo. But yeah, you can see here, I just went past through a big thing there, and now you think it's ending, but then you can see that other blob near Merritt that's gonna join the fleet here to reignite it. As expected, NAM was showing it's just gonna be a
a sloppy band of snow that's going to push through here. Although by the time it moves through, we'll probably have achieved 10 centimeters by that point. Although chances are we'll probably get more. Anyways, though, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Quick look out here before I go to bed. I'd say this is gonna be looking like, you can see where the snow is now right there. We're probably gonna look at that being about up to that flower there, stem there by morning. That's my guess. I mean, that's not 5 centimeters, but I mean, I am really expecting like 10-15 out of this if this lasts. So we're just sitting under like a constant like centimeter or 2 snowfall rate, but that's higher up. The deal I have though is with the reflectivity. I think it's underestimated most of the time, because 3 hours and 5 centimeters, that's a lot more than a centimeter per hour, that's for sure. So we'll see. Hopefully 10 to 15 by morning is the goal. By the end of all of this, 15 to 20 is the goal.